Hello friends, Steven here at Corals Daily, aka Corals and Orchids. As you can see, I've updated my channel name. So today I bring you to where I live. This is a valley here in Lodi, Wisconsin, and I am going to start showing some orchid content. So this right here is my summer orchid housing. It's a pop-up greenhouse that is made by, let me just show you real quick, Eco Peak. And you can get this from Amazon for less than $200, depending on the size you want. I strongly recommend. It's been lasting me this whole summer, going through storms, going to hell, and I will just quickly describe this this pop-up greenhouse real quick, and then I'll show you some of the main features and the add-ons. So first of all, it is a 10-foot by 10-foot. I'm coming in here. You can see this is currently my orchid. I will go into the plants in detail in the next few episodes, but this is 10 foot by 10 foot, 100 square feet. And I have a, let me just draw back a little bit. So this is a kind of like a picnic table setup that I used to just have on my deck here. And I have the only addition. So this pop-up tent is about $150 on Amazon. You can get really cheap. Strongly recommend you getting. And it's got doors on both sides, and it's got windows that you can kind of roll up on both sides. Right now, today is not super hot, so I keep the window closed, just kind of trap the moisture and humidity in here. But that's some of the additions I'll talk about. So first of all, I bought 2 of this 4-foot wide mosquito nets, because this tent does not come with nets. So I got 2 of them. They're Velcro, so I put double-sided tape on each side of this door, and then Velcro them on. And then the next thing that's really important that everyone who gets this have to get is those kind of like water. Those actually water holders, and you can Velcro and strap them onto the columns. So I got 4 of those. Altogether, I think $70, and they weigh like 50 pounds ish, 50 or 60 pounds, so altogether like 200 pounds, and it's been holding this tent pretty nicely even with storms with wind speed up to 60 miles an hour. So it's been pretty stable. And then the last add-on that I have to talk about is the sun blocker here on top. So the tent itself is rated for about 50% sun blocking. I don't know how much that is true, but it gets pretty bright and hot until I've slapped this one on. So this is a 50%, another 50% sun filtering. Again, you can just get it from Amazon, 20 bucks all day long, 10 by 10. And I just snap it onto the corner of this thing. A couple of accessory added. I actually got this is like a 1/4 pound weight that's strapped on each of the 4 sides, so wind doesn't blow it and flop it around really badly. And then I have a fan that is plugged onto I have this outdoor plug here. So, you know, I bring in the power and a fan. In addition to itself, it also has a couple outlets, so I can plug in a light for the nighttime enjoyment of this tent. So altogether, less than $300 of investment. And I slap on a little thick carpeting, and you know, everything else is just add-ons. So it's pretty nice. It's a getaway. It's kind of like my summertime office. I can actually sit here and work, and I have all these orchids, as you can see, just growing nicely in here. On the hottest of the hot days, if I have all the windows and the doors rolled up, it never gets over 100 degrees in here. It's probably close, but doesn't. And then, of course, I'll have the fan switch on and circulating the air, so hot air doesn't just get trapped out there. And then when it gets kind of like some of the chillier nights, like in the mid 40s or 50s, if I close all the doors, it actually traps the heat and the moisture for a good amount overnight. So it'll get to maybe like in the low 50s in here, and the orchids are fine. They're okay with that temperature, and for the most part. And of course, I'll break them down with you once I go into the detailed species by species list. But I have a total of 175 individual orchids in here. Not as many species. Some of them are repeats, and some of them just different variation of the same species. but I'm happy to start sharing my orchid journey. I started out maybe like with a handful of orchids that I've been having for just years over years and just keep reblooming. And then eventually this year I decided to venture out of just the phalaenopsis, and then I started adding different orchids. Oh, actually I correct myself, 2 years ago I added a dendrobium, and again I had success with that. So I figured, how hard can it be? So now here we are. And in the next episodes, I'll go into the details of all these different orchids. And then I also have my fall/winter setup downstairs in my basement, and I'll show those to you in a little while. Thank you for joining. Have a good day.